This is everything you need to know about Thursday's update. Now, the title of this update is v30.10, and that adds cozy mode and expert mode. So now you guys know exactly what news I've been sitting on for the last week and why I've been so excited to hype you guys up for this update. Let's break down all of the news so you guys know exactly what to expect after Thursday's update. Now, if you're somebody struggling with high complexity warnings, I wanted to put this at the beginning of the video so that nobody missed this at all. Epic is going to do a better job of letting you know whether this is a memory or a construction issue. What I mean by that is if you get a low memory warning now, that means that you have too many objects in one condensed area, and you're going to have to remove some of them in order to fix this problem. If you have too many constructs nearby and you get that warning, that means that you need to start spreading some of your builds out over a larger area of the map. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're fixing that issue and that you're going to continue to be able to build an unlimited amount of builds. However, they are at least offering some sort of solution while they continue to work on the problem. So when it comes to cozy mode, which is the new game mode that is being added into Lego Fortnite, this is still your survival mode, but it's a good mix between survival and sandbox. This is still going to have enemies on it, so it is still part of survival, but they're not going to bother you nearly as much. You're also going to get greeted by somebody named Slumber, and they are going to teach you step by step how to play survival mode. So this is the perfect place to go and learn all of the brand new features and learn overall how to play Lego Fortnite at its core. So the cozy mode default settings are pretty easy. First things first is enemies are turned on. I was told personally by Epic that enemies are on, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to bother you to the same extent that your survival mode is right now. So some enemies should leave you alone and aren't going to sit there and try to fight you as often as they currently do. There's also an enemy difficulty setting and a storm wild enemy setting that we will talk about later on. Hunger, temperature, and stamina are all turned off, and you can respawn inside of this game mode. You also have drop inventory upon elimination off, so that means when you die, you will keep all of your inventory, and friendly creatures is turned on. Villagers are on. There's no reason for batteries as the power system is turned off, and village animals will not be removed based on elimination. Next up is expert mode. Now, before I break this down, this is extremely similar to Minecraft hardcore mode with a few major adjustments specific to Lego Fortnite. I think that every single one of you guys is going to like this a ton, and this is by far going to be my new favorite way to play this game going forward. So expert mode is the complete opposite of cozy mode. You're actually going to have very strong enemies inside of this mode, even if they're not storm wild, which we will talk about later. When it comes to this, Epic did tell me personally that not only will they be stronger to do more damage, but they'll actually move faster and have more health, which is going to make things extremely difficult. Now, expert mode has a 1 life ruling. So if you die, you are done and you lose your world forever. However, they did go ahead and release a totem of return into the game. So when you lose all of your hearts, you'll revive in your bed with your backpack, and that totem will destroy itself. You will be able to craft this in the game, although you will have to progress a decent amount in order to unlock it. Now, to unlock the totem of return, you need to add storm core to your inventory, and storm core is gained from killing storm wild enemies. There's also the totem of immortality, although they did not say much about this. If you get eliminated with no totem, on the bright side, you won't be eliminated from all of Lego Fortnite. You could still hop into non-expert worlds or make a new expert worlds. If you guys are playing with some of your friends, that's okay. Key holders are still going to be able to play in this world even if you die. So just because the creator dies doesn't mean that everybody else can't play in that world. Just the people that die can no longer access it. So now let's talk about your storm wild enemies. Afraid of wild wolves? Well, now they're even wilder wolves. In expert mode, creatures infected by a storm roam with creatures who haven't been infected. These storm wild animals deal more damage, have more health, and move faster than regular enemies, so something that I was touching on earlier. If you're not prepared to face them, running away will not be easy. So here's your first look at every single Storm Wild enemy. Like they just mentioned, these are just a sick version of all of the other enemies that already exist in the game. So some of them are infected, some of them are not. The difference between the infected and the non-infected is you were previously able to really run away from those other enemies, and you were able to get away from them when you ran. Now it looks like these ones are not going to let you get away very easily, so make sure that you avoid them at all costs. So now Epic is actually rewarding us for defeating enemies in each biome, giving us these brand new trophies for each biome. Now you have a Grasslands trophy, a Dry Valley trophy, and a Frostlands trophy. All of these are done by defeating a Storm Wild Brute in that area, and then getting that area up to level 10. So if you defeat a Storm Wild Brute in the Grasslands, you unlock that green trophy. That same exact thing applies for the Dry Valley, and then once again for the Frostlands, which once again gives us a really nice reason to go out and about and actually fight some of these monsters. Now when it comes to the Expert mode, here are your default settings, and what you can see is that this is much different from Cozy mode. They have in parentheses next to nearly every single one of them, stating that they cannot be changed. So the people that have been playing Lego Fortnite with hunger, temperature, and or stamina turned off, you can no longer do that. All of those things are going to be turned on to ensure that the game mode is going to be difficult. Enemy difficulty is on hard mode, Storm Wild enemies are turned on, stamina is on, drop of inventory upon elimination is on, friendly creatures is on, villagers, power system, and village animals removed on elimination are all turned on. So this game mode is going to be absolutely incredible. Now a few more major updates that we got is that villagers in the Rebel Village will no longer count towards your villager cap. If you guys were somebody that had 23 villagers, it actually went up and raised you up to 30 because the 7 villagers that were added in the Star Wars update. Now those will be removed, so you can now officially have all 30 villagers. Now the world villager count in your village hub will now display the correct amount. That was an issue that they were having early on. Skeletons will be less likely to spawn in villages, which is something that I personally am not okay with because I like getting free bones for my villagers attacking them, and lava caves on Star Wars Island will have rubies, which is extremely nice. Animals will do a better job avoiding campfires, and wolves have now learned how to swim, which is going to make the game extremely interesting. So I hope that all of the hype that I gave you guys made sense. I hope some of my hints led you to believe that this was going to be something that was added into the game. And overall, I hope that you guys are as excited for Thursday as I am. If you guys are new to the channel and watching this for the first time, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on, as once this update is up, I am going to be posting daily as per usual, giving you the best possible information, tips, tricks, and glitches on anything to do with this update. So I hope that you guys enjoyed, and as always, this was Crafty, and I'm out. Peace.